Hello, Taurus, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is something little new, okay? We're going to do the read for you and two. That could be you and a person of interest, significant other, friend, family member, or just one side of a situation or another. And then part two, we're going to do your financial flow because I wanted to see kind of where you're at in terms of this second. You see how they kind of jittered like the second half and it just kind of made a change for me there? It's funny, the camera just flickered. Energies are crazy for you. So this will be a fun read. But it'll be their financial flow as it pertains to the second month of this new decade, okay? And just to see and take a snapshot of where you're at. So let's go ahead and begin. Now, if you're looking for a personal read that taps into your own personal energies, then definitely go to theguidedintuitive.com up here or in my description box below. All right. So let's go ahead and see what is in store. This will be February first half of the month, 1st through 15th. It does include Valentine's Day. So for all of you that are celebrating, sending love, okay? Sending love your way, all right? So here we go. Let's see what's in store for you. Now, I do want to let you know for those of you that are really looking to really make this year like the best ever that you've ever had and really are standing in your own and having that accountability and ready to make that happen. And you're maybe tired of the same situation that you find yourself in and want to eliminate any blockages in terms of your love life. Maybe it's the business that you're running or just has to do with maybe perhaps a relationship or just life overall, right? And trying to clear out some of these blockages and getting clear and kind of adding strategy with the soul, okay? And that's exactly what I do in my work is I put those two together. And I really think it's really, really important. And we actually work with you to really take off and really become kind of move forward into your best potential, okay? And that is truly what we want to do and to help you with. So if you're interested in that, book a discovery session up here or in my description box below, and that gives us complimentary some time together to really find out and learn about you personally, and then make a recommendation and invite you into one of our programs or what would actually work best for you, okay? And we take it from there, all right? So let's move on. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right on into you and who, and this is how you feel about them. Okay, so how you feel about them is coming up right here. Okay, how you feel about them, here it is. All right. Wow, realization. So something's come to light, right? I feel like something's come to light. You've realized something about them, okay? And that's exactly what I see here. So this is quite interesting. So there's been some sort of realization in your life and within this situation, so to speak. So that's what I see kind of coming through here. Some sort of realization in this relationship. So you got to tell me what that is. Note your comments below, guys. But it looks like there is some sort of I don't mean it's blooming. There's roses and everything, and then it goes up into the sky. So it's like recognizing a limitation, or maybe seeing past, kind of seeing your past, maybe in a dream, and you've realized something, and maybe you've realized, exactly what it is, or you're seeing it for what it is, okay? So it could be in this relationship or situation you're kind of seeing now what it really is. Okay, maybe there was it was masked by some sort of illusion of some sort, and now the skies are clearing and you're really seeing for what it is. Okay, so what has been clouded is maybe a little bit different than it was before. But what this does, it requires a different step for you. It requires a new step, a different course of action, okay? So those of you hopefully can kind of resonate with it, but that's what I'm getting here, okay? Let's pull some from the hero's journey and see what wants to come through here, okay? What is that? Realization, how you feel about them. Wow, this is so beautiful, guys. This is saying to stop and take in the view, okay? This is beautiful because now with this realization, now you're looking at a whole different landscape, right? And now you're figuring on and kind of pondering what is the way that I need to go next. Okay, which way do I need to go next? Okay, so you're taking in the landscape and you're taking in the view. It is a 37 card, not surprising, reduces to a 10, which means, reduces to a 1, which is a new beginning. Okay, so a new beginning, a new way, because now you're seeing things differently. Okay, through the scope of things, you're seeing things differently now. Okay, so this is great. And this is about, just kind of, this is about taking in also the treasures, like taking stock of the treasures and enlightenments, not only that you have learned, but those treasures you have earned. Okay, so that's what I feel is coming into play. Okay, so that's here. Let me pull some tarot on this and see how you feel about them. Anything else that wants to come through. So you're kind of stopping, taking in the view, maybe that you have of the treasure that you have in front of you, right? And you're realizing what a beautiful, wonderful, opportunity you have in front of you, or quite the opposite. Okay, but I really feel that either way, the treasures that you have earned are quite, stand out, okay, so to speak. All right. Yeah, wow. So, it's interesting because I get the 10 of swords, and, for those of you that have, kind of related or resonated with the latter, some sort of ending, maybe you learned something through this considerably, right? You learned something, you're taking in the view now of what your landscape looks like as it pertains to your love life or in this situation. Let's go ahead, because I think it's real. I mean, I would be surprised if we get the page, or we get, I don't know, some sort of new beginning. Okay, let's see what that is. Wow, putting an end to something that you now realize maybe could have been some sneaky behavior of some sort, some sneakiness. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. That's the kind of energy that I see here. It's how interesting, putting an end to that, right? And you're just focused right now that on your work and kind of taking, again, this is about stopping and taking in the view, right? That's what's happening here. The tarot's kind of clarifying that. Stopping and taking in the view where you're at and how you would like to move forward. Okay, sorry for the glare there, guys. Okay, so that's how I see that there. Wow, how do they feel about you? Okay, let's see how they feel about you. All right, what does that look like? How do they feel about you? Let's see. Self-mastery. Very nice. They see you that are just kind of slashing their demons. I mean, they're like, or just the shadow side of things, really growing from this to this, becoming a master of oneself and keeping, just up leveling and transforming and growing. And that's the way I see. So there's some sort of self-mastery that is taking place. And that's how they see you, as transforming, learning and growing and up leveling. So this is really beautiful there. I want to pull the hero's journey. Let's see how they feel about you. Wow. So this is about, they are now seeing the love that perhaps has been in disguise in some way. I think now they're seeing that. It's like X marks the spot, and they're realizing now that love may have been in disguise, and now they're realizing it. Okay, so that's what they're seeing, and that's what I've seen. Let me see what the tarot has to say about this. How interesting. You see there's two people, and you see how the light is shining down on them. It's just about the love that you have, and the growth, spiritual growth, a lot of spiritual growth here. But see the love that's in disguise, maybe amidst all of this, exterior things that are kind of happening or that have happened in this relationship or situation. What does the tarot have to say? Let's see what that is. Wow, yeah, because maybe they didn't see what it was, that was really coming towards them. Their head was down, and they didn't realize that it was such a gift that the universe was giving them, because it didn't look like the other cups, because, there's a cloud's handing it to them. It looks a little bit different, right? So, but it was a gift from the universe, and it really, you can see this. They're realizing you, and the opportunity was a gift from the universe, so wow. Yeah, interesting. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus is kind of like some of that energy. but it's emotional. What do you need to know most about them? What do you need to know most about them? Let's see what that is. All right. What do you need to know most about them? Wow. Okay, so here what we've got a positive outcome. So what you need to know most about them, that there's a positive outcome. So whatever it is that they may have been, what's been going on or going through, there is a very, very positive outcome in this situation. Okay, so, or in this relationship. Yeah, because I see here that it's like a smile, kindness, maybe it's a song, or, the greatest things, it just is saying is that, how do I want to say this? It's like the greatest things, cost, nothing. And, and they're worth so much more when they're shared. And that's what love is about, right? That's what love is about. And I think that they're really realizing this, okay? So this is quite beautiful. Wow. It's like this persistence and the constant creativity, the ingenuity is bringing a real positive result. Okay, so that's what I see here for them. It's quite interesting. So what you need to know most about them is that there's going to be a positive outcome. Okay, this is saying enjoy your success. Okay, so even just a little bit of love and doing things in love, it can go a very long way. So I think that's what this is talking about. What you need to know most about them is that there's going to be a positive outcome. What else do the hero's journey, what would they have to say about this? Let's see what that is. What you need to know most about them. Being the bridge, like that spiritual bridge, or that bridge between the spiritual plane and the physical plane in terms of what's happening. Okay, so it's about you are being the bridge and helping them expand their consciousness. All right, and aren't we all here on earth to do that? Expand our consciousness, right? If you're listening to this channel, you are, right? So note the comments below. I'm expanding my consciousness, okay? And because that's what this is saying. It's expanding your consciousness. And it's actually between the worlds of the physical plane and the spiritual plane, okay? So that's what you are here to. You're kind of being that bridge, and it's a 51 card, which reduces to a 6. So you're kind of helping them. What you need to know most about them is that you're helping them in their growth and being that bridge, with that, perhaps by posturing yourself that way, in terms of what you do, say, and that type of thing. But that's what you need to know most about them. I'm going to pull some tarot and see what wants to come through for that. Let's see what that is, what you need to know most about them. Let's see what it is. Wow, is that you're being recognized. What you need to know most about them is that you're being recognized by them, and maybe that you've always recognized them. Okay, for some of you that might just be the case. So yeah, you've recognized them. Again, another 6 card, growth. You both have recognized each other's growth. What are the blocks and difficulties here in this relationship? What is the blockages and the difficulties in this relationship or situation? Wow, not being grateful for each other. Maybe have you mentioned that? Have you both talked about being, the gratitude and the appreciation? Maybe one side more than the other it has been. Note your comments below. But that's what I see, is that it's about being thankful for being in each other's life and meeting each other, and to having this opportunity, of some sort. So gratitude is very, very big, and that's kind of like, it's a blockage, not being thankful for that, right? But it's saying is that you're in the driver's seat to take action to expand, gratefulness with your consciousness, right? So being grateful for things just brings in more and more opportunities, right? So this is saying take action, be grateful, move and drive yourself in that direction. It's a major arcana card. And focus on the things you're grateful for, and not on the things that maybe perhaps it didn't work out. So maybe you're focusing on what you're missing out on and what you don't have, and you don't realize what you still do have. Okay, so this wants you to turn around, because it's not a 3 of Cups. It's a 5 of Cups. Fives are about change, right? So it's just changing perception, changing a different way of thinking in this relationship or situation. So, focusing more on the gratitude of what you do have rather than what you don't have. Okay, so that's going to be really, really key here. Now, some of the blockages and difficulties here. What do you make together? Okay, what you make together is this. What is it? Timeless earth is like it's like grounding each other. It's almost like that your timeless quality for each other. It's like what you make together is listening, in the communication to each other. Timeless earth and communication. I gotta pull something on this. I'll show you guys cards in a minute, guys. I gotta pull on this. This is a little interesting. This is interesting. Timeless earth. Okay, so you're timeless. So it's kind of like I'm getting, it's like I get this sort of, like beneath every winter, that there's a summer, okay? And, and so it's like, that's what it wants to let you know. It's like there's this vibrant comeback. So, like what you make together is leaving worry behind, and really, gosh, it's like this too shall pass is what I'm getting. This too shall pass. It's like maybe you've gone through a lot of struggles and different seasons in this relationship, and you've developed layers upon layers, and you have, it's about listening to each other. So you've grown in communication, because I get the listen card right after that. And the listen card is all about that throat chakra. All forms of communication are coming through. And and so what I see, it's kind of like with the listen card, it's like listen to each other, really seeking to understand each other. That's what you make together, right? And it's taking the other side's information that they give you to heart, and it is saying just allow yourself to be moved by them and seeing something from a different perspective, right? So be changed by that other person. And but first, for anything to happen or change, you have to listen first, is what it's saying. Okay, so and you're just saying, I listen with love, and I'm a very trustworthy, confident within this relationship. Okay, so and what I get from that, you get timeless earth, you got listen, right? And then I get the Empress. So it's like a birth of something new. So what you made together is a birth of something new. Now you could have children, there could be a birth of someone, new, it could be an actual birth, but this is beauty, art, this is creativity. So creating something new together, and that's what you make together, that creativity, to rebirth and to keep growing and growing and growing. It's that rebirth, that timeless, the seasons, they rebirth, right? You still have them, but there's a rebirth in that, right? Interesting. Anything else about what you make together? What are we on time? Okay. Fairness. So it's about justice. So what you made together is balancing of the scales. Wow. It's justice. Interesting. Wow. Could be done with the Libra or, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's 11 card too. So it's like telling me that there's some sort of spiritual essence of this as well. So what's the best way to move forward? What is the best way to move forward? Let's see what that is, okay? Best way to move forward. Okay, here it is. Ingenuity. Sag got this too, guys. I don't know if you're dealing with that, with a Sagittarian, or Sagittarius, I should say, but yeah, ingenuity. Okay, so seeing things from a different perspective, and the best way to move forward is use your creativity. What we just talked about, what brought you together, is what you need in terms of the best way to move forward. Okay, so it is definitely listening to each other. The creativity is very, very key here. So using your ingenuity in this relationship, always coming up with something different, something new, something creative. And this is also saying divine companion. You both are, kind of are separate on their own, but you share DNA in terms of the light, the spiritual essence, and you both have the divine in you, as another way to look at it too. You have the DNA of the divine in you to really help you both grow. Okay, and it's what keeps you together too. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so you have a divine companion. It's protected. There is some sort of protection over this. So that's the best way to move forward, using creativity in your divine companion. Anything else? Let's see here. Celebrate the sacred gap. Wow, is this a sacred gap? It almost looks like the two are kind of with their arms up with their branches and celebrating the sacred gap of the divine. This is saying celebrate the sacred gap. Now there could be space between you and that other person, time out, okay, a timeout, and that could be the case, okay. And this is saying just give thanks, because this time is really it's like giving thanks. Remember what we talked about at the very beginning, like what's really important to it's the gratitude, okay, having more gratitude. So celebrating the sacred gap, and give thanks for this buffer time that is between you right now. It's a 47 card. And then it brings it to an 11, two people, right? So you can go through the next gateway, two people. So it's just celebrating this gap. Celebrate it, okay? Because it's saying to be grateful for it. Anything else in terms of the best way to move forward? Anything else? I get the Sun card, guys. What better card could you get? So it's going to really make you feel wonderful, like a newborn kid. And that's why the Empress came up. It's kind of like feeling rebirth, born, right? Born and feeling really good vibes towards each other. So that's what I get there. So we're going to go into part 2, and we're going to go into your finances. We're going to go into the money flow. Okay. So we're going to go into the money flow and see what wants to come out. Okay. So let's take a look and see what that's going to look like. So where you're at right now, your current financial position, where you're at right now, what does that look like? Okay. Pathways. Okay, so you are actually at a pathway in terms of not knowing maybe which way to go as it relates to your finances. This is a very, very popular card that I've been getting, and it's interesting because it almost talks about that there are different paths that we can take in our life, especially as it relates to money. So your current financial position falls on that. If you feel that your money situation has gone off track in some way, this is saying is that it's because you are lacking direction. Okay, if you aimlessly go towards something, you can kind of get lost in the forest. So this is saying is to be clear on your purpose, on your direction as it relates, towards money. So, it's like when you know where you want to go, it's like then can your journey only begin. Okay, so know where you want to go regarding your finances. Is that new business? Is it a side hustle? What is it that you want to do? If you're having problem on that purpose stuff, definitely book a discovery session up here. That's something that we work with a lot of people. But yeah, that's exactly true. And it's kind of like with the calm mind, really, focus on what finding your way home looks like. What does that look like in terms of your finances? But everything is possible, through love. And a lot of times if you focus, on your money, so to speak, and you focus it on a way that it's like with love, right? So it's like, focus on the love you have on your heart, and know that that abundance is truly yours, right? It's like the end of any sort of way of thinking. That it's really, really changing for you. I don't know. I just really feel that there's some sort of new pathway that's opening up for you, and maybe you're not sure which way to go. But this is saying get focused on what it is that you really, truly want to do in your heart of hearts, and it's going to lead you to it. Let me just pull another card. I want to see what the hero's journey says on this. Yeah, it's like whatever that you're fearful of doing, this is saying to turn that fear into fuel and let it power and be the light for you to move forward. You're kind of transforming that fear, that negative energy, to positive energy, to be the fuel to move you forward. Okay. And this is really great. So that's your current financial situation, is it wants you to turn fear into fuel. But it wants you to, stand still, decide on what that purpose looks like, get that clarity, and then own your power and transform that fuel into the power that's going to be the fuel for your monetary abundance. Okay, what's blocking your financial flow right now? What's blocking your financial flow? What is it? Contemplation. Okay, so you're thinking of what maybe perhaps what that purpose is right now. So it's contemplation comes into play. How interesting. So yeah, you're kind of like what does that look like, right? So it's this is saying just walk away from a situation that if you and think things over in your own time and space. It does want you to do it, but it wants you to approach something like a person or a situation regarding your money, slow and careful consideration. Okay, so that's going to be important, but and be thoughtful in terms of your feedback too. Okay, so maybe you're getting advice from a financial advisor of some sort, and so yeah, that's what this is talking about. Yeah. So just, find your center and turn into your intuition and your guiding light. And there's no boundaries. And then you can move forward in peace in terms of what it is that you want to do. So what is blocking your financial flow is contemplation. Anything else that's blocking your flow, what is that here? What wants to come out? Earth angel, you're being supported. Okay, so just know that divine has got your back here and you're being supportive. You've got someone that's really supporting you. Okay, so note that. What are your core beliefs about money? What are your core beliefs about money? Okay, what does that look like? Core beliefs about money, what is it? Let's see here. Tapestry. It's almost as I feel that there's been some sort of tapestry that talks about the past, right? The kind of the tapestry of our lives, and maybe that you've been handed down a tapestry of what money means to you. So the interesting thing is that it's like I feel that what your core beliefs are about money have been passed down through generations to generations, right? And so whatever that is, I'm going to pull a tarot on this and see what wants to come through. So tapestry, what else? To clarify that, what is it? Balancing. It's kind of like balancing. You're kind of like you're balancing the situation, emotional and your spiritual plane and what you want to do. Gosh, balance and balance, temperance, right? Emotional balance and financial balance, right? Material plane and like it's like I feel that there's some sort of emotional balance and a material balance, okay? And that's what you're trying to do. It's based on the tapestry of your family. Anything else? King of Pentacles, this is a business owner. This could be you, but this is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo type energy. And a person taking that on. Business owner, really good at advice and giving it to others and helping others out. So maybe this is your confidant, someone that's helping you, within this process. But yeah, this is about balance, their advice. What are your core beliefs about money? Could be someone that that is giving you advice on that. But I think it has to do with tapestry, maybe changing, looking to the advice and balancing that out. Okay. How we are on time. Let me move to the next. So, and what are changes that you need to improve about your what changes do you need to make to improve your financial situation? What does that look like? What is that? Unity. So this is coming together. Maybe it's coming together with partnership with someone, a situation. That's what this is saying. So unity. And it could be, again, having to do, I still get this family tree type thing out of this. So I kind of feel that coming together with someone, unity is very, very key. And shelter is what I guess. So it could be that that coming together to provide more security is going to be very, very key. So what changes you need to improve? Shelter, coming together in shelter. Maybe you want to live with someone. You want to kind of reduce your expenses of some sort. I get the King of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy, kind of cutting things out. It might have to do with a home, okay, of some sort. So guys, note your comments below. Something about shelter. So, cutting things out of situations, changes you need to improve about money. Yeah, not putting up with any sneaky behavior as it relates to money, and making some changes in there so you can live a happy and fulfilling life. Wow, how interesting. What's the final outcome on your financial flow? What does that look like? Nature. Wow. Something that you can learn from nature. How interesting. This is about being in sync with nature. So in terms of your final outcome, it's kind of going with the seasons, and perhaps also, I get nature and I get release. Okay, so there's something that needs to be released. Okay, and nature's going to give you some sort of guidance in this process. So it could be, some sort of yeah, maybe just getting out in nature, learning from nature in this process. But yeah, gosh, it's so interesting. It's like a problem is going to resolve itself through its natural course of time. Interesting. So you just need to let go and release. Wow, how interesting, guys. It's heartfelt, it's using your third eye, and it brings enlightenment. You can kind of see that tree there, right? Wow, this is so interesting. Yeah, it's like you can recuperate. It wants you to rest and recuperate in nature, release, let go, spend time away from, technology, and just step away and take a break. So really breathe, okay? So nature is just saying, is like, hear the birds sing, right? It's really about, it's a living song. And so some sort of problem is going to help you in this. I'm going to pull one more card on this and see what else wants to come through. Wow, something that you need to release that's held you in bondage. Earth card, okay? So earth sign over here, something that's been holding, that you feel it's been in bondage. I want you to release it, okay? Call upon your spiritual essence, the high priestess, guys. Wow. When you do that, you get the 10 of cups. Excuse me, 9 of cups coming to fruition. This is awesome. What a way to end your reading, guys. Okay, so, well, listen, I'm wishing you a wonderful Valentine's Day. Lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you in the second half of February. Note your comments below. I like to see how this resonates, and until then, namaste.